I probably need to take a drink of coffee because my throat is in a mess, y'all. Okay, wait. Okay, let's do it. If y'all want to talk about a big, expensive pickup truck, we have got a big, very expensive pickup truck to talk about today. What's going on, everyone? I'm Wayne Grayson. Welcome into Equipment World, where each week we bring you new videos on construction equipment, work trucks, and pickup trucks. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Goliath, a 6x6 custom build of the Chevy Silverado 1500. And it's the latest dream truck from those mad scientists at Hennessey Performance. Seriously though, whenever I think about all the crazy stuff that these guys put out for people to actually buy, it's like someone let some of the folks at Hot Wheels that come up with all the ideas for those toys, let someone actually turn those things into real vehicles, which is awesome. Anyway, let's get into it. So at the recent SEMA show in Las Vegas, where we also got our first up-close look with the 2020 Ford Super Duty Tremor, check that video out if you haven't already, we also got our first up-close look at Goliath, and even better, we got a few minutes to chat with its creator, John Hennessey. So the Goliath came about after Hennessey successfully built and launched a 6x6 variant of the Ford F-150 Raptor, and they put the V8 back in, called the VelociRaptor. So Hennessey wanted to do the same thing for Chevy fans out there, so they grabbed a Silverado 1500 Trail Boss Z71 and they got to work. And first off, they lift this sucker sky high. It's got an 8-inch lift. And of course, it's got custom bumpers on the front and back. It's got fancy LED lights. It's got a roll bar. It's got 20-inch wheels. And it's got the 37-inch tires that you'd need to make this thing look the part of a mean off-roader. But the real reason this truck costs $375,000 is the supercharged upgrade to the Silverado's 6.2-liter V8 and basically everything behind the cab, because to get that extra axle and two wheels on, everything had to be custom built. Now, we'll get to that supercharged engine and the challenges it presents in a bit, but first let's hear from John Hennessey on what it took to get those two extra wheels onto the back of this thing.
We can both crawl underneath the back of the truck, but there's a lot going on back there. But the key is we have a special axle built that has a pass-through transfer case, so it's able to transmit power to the third axle. So we take the factory axle, move it to the back, and install our new axle in the middle, and that gives it full-time six-wheel drive.
Now, obviously trucks with six wheels are nothing new. Dualies have been around forever, but John says that the inline arrangement of the Goliath's six wheels actually give this truck a very different feel and added capability.
With the suspension, we're trying to balance out having the additional drive axles while still having towing capacity, while still being comfortable to drive around town. So the overall driving feel of the vehicle is like driving a dually. It's a little bit stiffer. You feel like you've got a little bit more weight back there. So you have the additional load capacity with the extra axle and the extra two wheels and tires, but then you also basically, you have double the traction in the rear. So a dually is obviously a little bit wider, but I think you've got much more contact patch with having the wheels in line, and really good if you get stuck in the mud or get out in the sand. And then you can pull up to 20,000 pounds with the truck.
Now let's get back to that 6.2-liter V8. For your $375,000, you do get a 2.9-liter supercharger system that produces about 7 PSI of boost, and you get a stainless steel exhaust. Now, using that supercharger system, Hennessey says that he and his team can actually bring the Silverado's 6.2-liter V8 from the stock 420 horsepower all the way up to 1,000 horsepower. There's just one problem. They need a favor from Chevrolet.
The biggest challenge in the 2019-2020 GM trucks is the fact that the factory has locked down the tuning on the truck. So we're waiting on GM to release software where we can add the horsepower in the newer trucks. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward build. A lot of the technology that we put into the Goliath 6x6, we learned from building the VelociRaptor 6x6.
The only thing I know is that once Chevy does unlock the tuning on these engines and Hennessey can make that upgrade of 1,000 horsepower possible, I just hope that that's a free upgrade to anybody who's already bought this thing. And speaking of people who have bought this thing, there are 2 of them so far, and Hennessey says that he's only going to make 24. So we asked him, who exactly is buying this thing?
Yeah, rich guys that want something cool, want to be able to show off. My good customer Bob from Wisconsin is one of those kind of guys, and been very successful. Owns the largest potato farm in the state of Wisconsin, and is an awesome dude, and we're so glad to have him as our special client.
So that is going to wrap it up on the Hennessey Goliath. Be sure to let us know what you think of this 6x6 Chevy Silverado in the comments below and its $375,000 price tag. And if you want more videos on construction equipment, work trucks, and slightly less expensive pickup trucks, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you're getting up to the minute alerts whenever we drop a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we will see y'all next time.